So let's go to the script. Let's create a new script, which is uh, DLA generators generator, and here let's create empty object, which is again DLA and reset. Let's attach this script to here as well. So now we have this. Mm, yeah, sure. So what is the idea of the DLA? So if we see our DLA again, you see this like this cube is spawning random position, and when it meet near to the growth object, is going to generate the new spheres. And so use differential growth. So what we're going to do is we're going to taking care about this main object and as well as this blinking object. We're going to call it is the this is object, and the blinking object is we're going to call it the agent. So agent, we're going to find the location of the new object. So let's do it here. Let's open the DLA generator. Let's create the public game object, which is input object, and this is going to be the seed. So this is going to be generating object, and there we also need some uh, another game object, which is input agent. So this is going to be spawning everywhere. So here, and then we also need okay, and we also need okay, say that some kind of list of the new object, because we want to instantiate all the object in different location with the different data. So we're going to create private list is which is taking care about the item list. I can say that taking care about the different type of the object. So we're going to create list of game object, and we'll call it all seed. And we're going to start with the null, which is empty, less empty, and we're going to stack all the game object, uh, all the new object into our seed. So here, well, I'm going to just before, just in case if you miss things, if, go to the Google Drive in day one. And if you see the packages first day, maybe this one is I'm going to upload later. But the packages first day updated. These are all the packages we're going to cover today. And then first one is take care about the everything's what we are doing right now as well. The diffusion-limited application, which is not this one, and then it also includes previous lake testing idea as well. So here, because yeah, it's about the time, so I'm going to a bit speed up. So that's why I just explained that one. But yeah, let's do it. We'll see it because we need to generate the new list of the game object. So that's why I'm using this one, and we're going to create the new object, new private object. is setting the our input object because we want to put this input object into the list of all seed, which is called all seed. And so we're going to start with the 0, comma 0, comma 0, which is this vector 3 dot 0 means 0, comma 0, comma 0. We need this. Remember that we need the position and we need the rotation. So here, and we also can do in this way as well. So and this because we want to organize a bit of hierarchy as well. Easier. And we're going to add all the new object inside of our new list. Then we need to find the position, random position of the agent. So here, so now we're going to create the random position because agent is going to move around in random position, and we need to get the position of the agent to find our object. And so first of all, we need to tell them which the random position is going to use. So new vector 3, how we're going to use the random position is we can use here this random dot range of well uh, for example like 100 minus 100 comma 1. This means like it's going to find a random number in between minus 100 to 1. But we don't want to do, well, maybe we want to control this range in our in the unity. So let's generate the some number. So public float range equal to, well, just saying with 30f. F is like, so there is two kind of numbers in the script. There's one is integer and the other one is float. Uh, just cannot remember the English, but the integer is numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these kind of numbers. And float is like if you have a 1.2, 1.02, so like 1 or 2. These are integer numbers, and something like these these are float numbers. Just cannot say I just cannot remember the English of how to call this, but I think you probably understand about these ideas. So well, we don't want to use the ranges as integer numbers, then it's going to have a kind of grid things and which we don't want. So I just give them float numbers to the range, and we're going to use this range float numbers to here. So here we can say just minus range, but yeah, it's easier to safer to say uh, like this. So range multiplied by minus one, and so we're going to get some numbers in between minus range to the range. Yeah, we're going to use it in same to x and y and z. This so x and y and z is going to get the random numbers every time in between the in range minus range to the range. So here we'll because we're going to the agent is going to move around, and then we need to data of this in outside of the start as well. So I'm going to create 5-bit game object like before. So I can say this is build agent, and And here, build the agent is instantiate. Again, we're going to use instantiate a lot today. And by using the input agent at random position within the just without any rotation. And it's going to be only one, so we don't need this. And we don't need to put under this transform. So let's save this one. When you go to the array generator, so now you will see there is object is you will see this inspector is changed. So let's create some object and agent. Let's use the sphere to input object. Yeah, let's create another cube. Let's take cube. Use agent. And let's bring it to reset position. And let's give some colors. Well, I'm going to use just gray to agent, and I'm just going to boost blue to our input object. Just, just make it easier. So here we need to bring them to make them to prefabs. So we don't need this. Well, we don't need this anymore. Just let's drag and drop our agent to agent, object to object. So if you run this one, now the input object is generated at the 0, 0, 0, and agent is generated in random position, which is now here, it's there. So because we said it's random position, every time when you play it, it's generated in different location, as you can see here. Okay. Yes. So hmm. But well, we cannot play and stop again and every time. We want to make the position in by itself, by the script itself. So what we need to do here is um, let's get the another vector position inside only. We're going to use this position only inside of the update. So just using the vector triples is new vector position. Again, I mean, just we can just copy and paste actually this one random position. It's totally okay with using the same random position because this random position is inside of the void start. So this data cannot read, this cannot read outside of this void. So since we are in different under the different void, so it's totally fine using the same name. So here, and the reason why we use it, the game object of build the agent outside of private, I mean the outside of the void is we also want to use this data to in under the update void here. Build the agent is going to change the position. So this means like this is going to get the component of this this transform. So it's going to change the transform position every single frame to random position. So if we save this one, and we play this, now you see the your agent is change location every single frame. Now we need to get the okay. Um, um, mm, mm, mm. Okay. So we need to get the some. Okay, say that. Uh, every time when our agent is closer to existing object, we'd like to create, we'd like to generate new object, right? So first of all, we're going to check the current locations, and we'd like to check the distance. So we'd like to check, oops, we'd like to check some distance from okay. So here is vector 3D. So we'd like to check the distance from the build the agent location position to uh, our object position. But we're not going to use only one object, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to create another um, game object, which is going to check every single object, and which is stored inside of the our list. So here I'm going to say just each seed or each object equal to. We want to check the everything under the O seed, right? So this 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 blanket this means like array, and it's going to check the all the object under the list. So we'd like to check the all seed object, and each object we're going to name it and each object, and we'd like to check the, the distance in between the agent to its object is position. So here, position. This is what we're going to do. But as you can see here, we have error because we didn't define how we're going to find its object over here. So what we need to do is like we need a for loop. It's going to for loop is like it is like I said, it is looping, it is checking the under the certain condition. So for example, in here, we just declare the integer I, and then I equals 0, and I start from 0. It is increasing one by one. This means I is going to add one by one at each frame. So I is going to be increased until it reaches the length, and we're going to define this one to something, and it is doing continuously doing in under the what is it, the curly blanket. So we'd like to check all the object in this condition, and what is the length of the eye, and until I reach it to all the count of the OC. So the OC is going to be keep adding, right? Because object is going to be increased. So the uh, is going to count all seed, number of the all seed, and this game object is going to check I. So there is a first OC, then second OC, something like that, and it's going to this. So each object is going to be changed every single frame. So here, if we can check the distance every single frame to here, close. Uh, maybe we didn't create this one. So here, what we want to do is um, we want to check the, we want to give some boundary, right? So here, again, I can create the, another game object. So this seed, so this seed equal to, we can start with the empty because there is, for example, if there is nothing, and then it's going to get the closest seed in every single frame. So float closest uh, distance. Well, I mean, for now, we're going to say just like this because it needs some, it needs some variable to check. So here, if distance is smaller than this, we're going to say the closest distance is going to distance. And this one, closest seed, is going to be same as it, its object. So, mhm. So it is going to storing, it is going to save the closest object to inside of the old seed. So here, to do this, we need to, because we need to remit some number of the growth, right? I mean, because we already give some boundary, and without this like limitation of the growth, it's going to generate forever. So let's try to give some limitation of the number. So if all seed number is smaller than uh, some number, okay, next number, and next number, we can control inside of the unity integer is next number. So the beginning we can say is 1000. So if total number is less than 1000, let's bring all these things inside of the if state. So now it's going to generate, it's going to check, it's going to store all the position of the all the position all the position of the object inside of the old seed. And now it only control the data and it doesn't generate anything, right? So to make this grow, we need another object. I mean, we need another game object. We need another location actually. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is the growth direction is going to check builder agent. So because we're going to get the position of the builder agent to all this feed, because we just set the new location, new data from the each object into the closest seed. Mm, and then, let me see. Okay, all right. So we get the direction by checking the distance and by checking the distance, and then what we need to check is the growth position actually. So grow position is equal to closest this position, and direction is So by this, we're going to get the direction, and then we're going to move the certain position. And so in that way, in that direction, it's going to get the new position here. By using these the vectors, we're going to generate new prefab, new object. So did I use new object here? Okay. New object is going to instantiating in that location by using input object, the throw position, and without any rotation, Platonian dot identity under this, and everything is going to be added in under the old seed. So new, okay. And so it's only going to work when it when it reaches this number, and if it goes over, means else, goes over, let's destroy build the agent. Well, I mean, for now it's a bit hard to understand every single lines, but the yeah, just try to get the idea of this one, and later, yeah, it's just wanted to very just I can say that I just want to give you some experience of the script. So it's totally fine that you don't understand this one, because anyway we're going to go further inside of the AL. So maybe we can see this way. We just want to change the main camera position, and yeah, maybe we don't want to have like this ugly background. So when you go to the camera, you can change the solid color. Yeah, maybe white background, maybe black background, something up to you. Okay, this one. Now you will see the this uh, diffusion limited aggregation. Right. Mm, and we can have some. Okay. And this is very simple idea of the just C# script. I mean, as I understand that there is kind of maybe if you are new to script, it's a bit difficult to understand. But the like, and then if you are following, if you have a difficulties to following it, just please download this package inside of the Google Drive. And how to use this package is I'm going to tell you. Uh, just go to the asset and import package and custom package. I think I saved it in here. Yeah. And just click the packages where you want to do it. So for now, well, I mean, let's go this for later. So for now, let's just do the diffusion limited aggregation. And if you open it, and you see this, and just import. See, there is not a pattern. I think it's okay, because we have a two same, I mean two script which names are same. So maybe let's change this name to new, which is what we've done just. Like this thing is also existing. Okay, I'm just going to delete mine. And yeah, because anyway, everything is exactly almost exactly same. So here we see the DLA generator. What we've done, these are exactly same what I've done just now. And so, and then under the scene, we worked under the Unity basics. So, but what we've just import is the basic script. So if you go to the basic script scene, you will have this. And in here, yeah, I also added some different function, which is like the untable function. But I'm just going to skip this one for now because anyway, it's also going to be covered later. So it's going to be like duplicated things. But I think it's better to move on to the AL because already 2 hours are passed. So we can move on. So let's for now, let's have a like just 10 minutes break and we can start. So whatever time is, we're going to start from 10, I mean 10 minutes later. Okay, cool.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
Um, I need to restart my computer,
Okay.
and please let me in to the Zoom after.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure. Take your time and yeah,
thank you.
I'll wait you till you're ready. If you're ready, just type, I mean, if it is over 10 minutes later, just type into the chat. I'm checking it.